Hello, and thank you for joining us for Enloe Medical Center's Healthier You Facebook Live series, where today we get to share on the importance of organ donation. Some facts about that. In California, 22,000 people are on the organ transplant list, and nearly 100 of those reside right here in our home of Butte County. Nationwide, 22 people die each day due to a lack of available organs, but just one donor can give life to up to 8 people and enhance the lives of 75, according to the United Network for Organ Sharing. Hello everyone, my name is Susie Lowry Hall and I'm Enloe Medical Center's Community Outreach Coordinator. And today I am here with Enloe Nurse Manager Stacy Pasalacqua and her daughter Morgan, if you guys want to say hello.
Hi.
And I'm also here today with Enloe's nurse Ashley Harless and say hello, thank you. Yeah. And today we're here to discuss the importance of organ donation in honor of Donate Life Month. Stacy and Morgan, they're going to tell us a little bit about the important impact organ donation has had on their lives. And then Ashley's going to share with us how Enloe Medical Center supports this life-changing practice. So before we get started, please note that the information we're about to share is not intended to be medical advice. If you have questions about your own health, please talk to your provider. But as always, please feel free to post comments and questions in the chat box, and we will do our best to address them during the broadcast. Okay. So Stacy and Morgan, thank you again for being here. We're going to go ahead and start with you. So as we mentioned, organ donation has had a huge impact on your life. Would you please share more about that with us?
Sure. Organ donation has had a huge impact on our lives.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter Morgan was born with a genetic disorder called progressive familial intrahepatic cholestasis, PFIC type 1.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know this at the time. In fact, her pediatrician told us she was the pinkest baby delivered that day and was very healthy. It wasn't until about 3 months later that Morgan became jaundiced, meaning her skin and the white parts of her eyes became yellow. And we were rushed down to the Bay Area for testing. At that time, Stanford Hospital was able to diagnose her with small bile ducts in her liver.
Okay.
And she was treated with multiple medications and several surgeries to try to help alleviate those symptoms.
Okay.
One of the most difficult symptoms Morgan experienced was severe itching. And she would just itch all over her body.
Oh.
And it also felt like bugs were underneath my skin trying to get out. And I itched it, and I itched and itched and itched until it would bleed.
Oh,
That's right. That's a good way to describe it. It was like bugs crawling under her skin, trying to get out. And she would cry and scream and just scratch all over her body until she would bleed. And so because of this, she required 24-hour care. And so for the couple years that we were at Stanford, they did finally diagnose her with the genetic disorder of the progressive familial intrahepatic cholestasis. So we kind of reached a crossroads towards the end of the 2 years where Morgan was very sick and we were so scared and we didn't know what was going to happen and we feared for her life. And it was at that time she was put on the United Network for Organ Sharing, the UNOS website, and then she did receive a liver transplant within 3 months.
Wow.
So now Morgan is thriving. She's doing great. She's living a wonderful life, and she's just a strong little girl that has kind of fought her way, to where she is today.
Wow.
And organ donation is such a gift, that this is because of organ donation why Morgan is here today.
Wow. That's amazing. So just to clarify, so at what age was she when she received her first liver transplant, or her liver transplant? How old were you?
I was 2.
You were 2 years old, okay. And then Stacy, tell me what that was like. Tell us what that was like when you got that call.
Well, I will never forget that call. It's like it was yesterday. We had been, dealing with Morgan's medical condition for about 2 years, and so I just remember the whole family just feeling so stressed and strained from what was going on. And when we received the call, it was a feeling of hope that Morgan was going to not suffer anymore, and hope that she would live. We also had a feeling of sadness, and the sadness was that we knew that another family was suffering the loss of their beloved child.
Right. Wow. So Morgan, you were 2. Do you remember any? No.
No.
No. Okay. Good. But how do you feel now about your liver?
I feel happy
You feel happy about that? What makes you happy?
that I can dance
Yeah, you can dance.
and I can sing.
You can sing. What else?
And I can play with my friends.
You can play with your friends. That's great. So can you tell us more about? I also understand that you know a little bit about the person that gave you their liver. Do you want to share us something about him?
His name is Liam,
Liam. Okay.
and
We think about Liam a lot, and we're very thankful that the family donated
yeah.
Yeah.
organs for.
But his story is sad.
Yeah. But, so, do you, so, share us more about Morgan. So I know that Morgan likes to dance and sing, and like you said, it sounds like you're doing great. You seem like a very vibrant 10-year-old, so that's really exciting to see. So that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it over here to you. So this is Enloe nurse Ashley Harless, and so thank you again for being here today. So Ashley, can you tell us about Enloe's commitment to organ donation, and how does the Enloe Medical Center support this practice?
Sure. Enloe is great about providing a lot of community outreach, and one of the great things that we have at Enloe is our dedicated flag pole for our Donate Life flag, and we've got a flag here.
Yeah, let's show them.
I'll show you what it looks like.
There we go.
See that?
So this flag obviously is always present outside our hospital, and we fly the flag at half staff anytime that we have an organ donor here. Another thing is that we last summer did our Wall of Hope here in the first floor of the medical center, where we educated about organ donation, and we also were able to honor and show some different stories that included some of our own employees that have been impacted by donation. We have we've been recognized in the Rose Parade on the Donor Network float with a flower honoring our medical center and our support of organ, eye, and tissue donation. And then most recently, we have started doing the Honor Walk.
Wow, yeah, so that was my next question. So yeah, one of the newest ways Enloe has shown its support for organ donation is with the new Honor Walks. Can you tell us what those look like and how they got started?
Sure. So Donna Larson, who is now our director of nursing, but she was a couple years ago the manager of the ICU, she saw and learned about the Honor Walk and really wanted to bring it to Enloe. And then last summer, I was also very touched by an Honor Walk that I saw, and so her and I kind of got together, and I went forward to help build this to make it successful here at Enloe. Here at Enloe, as many people know, we are a Plaintree hospital, and that really focuses on the whole person, not just a diagnosis. And the Honor Walk is a way that we support our organ donors and their families when they make their final journey from our ICU down to the operating room. What we do as a hospital is we come together and we line the halls as a sign of respect. These families have suffered a tragic loss during this time, and they have risen and given the gift of life to other people, such as Morgan, and our staff found it very important to honor them. We've had 2 walks here so far, and I was lucky enough to get to walk with the family, and it was such a moving experience to come around the corner from the ICU and see a hall filled with our staff in support of this family.
That's really moving. Sorry, just a moment. So, I mean, that's pretty amazing. I mean, the fact that we're able to do that, and then in addition to not only be able to know that it's being honored inside the walls, but also outside, you know, through the flag, being able to show the community and let us know the amazing the important choices that are being made here in this hospital is pretty spectacular. So thank you for sharing that. This has been a really great discussion. I want to thank you both again, and Morgan, for being here today. Before we leave, are there any other words or wisdom or anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, well, organ donation is such a gift, and that is why Morgan is here today, is because of organ donation. And we do like to keep, the legacy of Liam alive by sharing Morgan's story and helping to educate our community. And we feel like that's very important. And also, if you would like to register as an organ donor, please check that little box at the DMV, or please go on to the DonorNetworkWest.org website. And also for any additional information, the DonorNetworkWest.org website is a great place to go.
Great, thank you. Anything else, Ashley? Well, thank you both again, and Morgan as well, for being here today. We really appreciate it. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here with us. So please join us next time when we talk about robotic surgery for colorectal cancer with Dr. Doug Matthews on May 9th. That's it. So take care for now. Thank you.